Welcome back. Let's get into two-stroke technology. I did some testing with the Mikuni 18mm carb, which is the more correct size for my engine. And I tested Group 2 mineral oil, which is Amalie Syn Plus at 40:1 and 25:1. And I found the difference was 3%, which is right at the edge of what I was expecting to be a leeway for that result. But I wasn't able to test a 72.5 main jet because I don't have one. And it takes 3 weeks to get stuff from the States. So if I assumed that 75 was the best result I would get, that's a 3% difference. But even, just 3% is right on the edge of what I was allowing for. It looks like maybe we're getting close to that. I think we can also classify this as same difference. No benefit to more oil. But I want you to see on the results with the small carburetor, you go from this timing setting to a little bit more retarded, to a little bit more retarded, going up in power. And on this one, both of these graphs, same timing. And I think I understand what's happening. I think there's a bell curve to the burn speed depending upon the atomization of the fuel. This is right here on this axis is carburetor airspeed. Faster speeds for smaller carbs. And this axis right here is burn speed of the combustion. Fast combustion, which needs less advance of the timing. Slow combustion, which needs more advance. Remember in the previous video I told you that I thought the result of a larger jet needing more retardation in the timing is opposite of what's normal? It is, but I was normally thinking of this area right here from what's correct to less atomization, more large fuel droplets. On this side of the half of the curve, it's the opposite. And the Mikuni 18 giving the same timing need means that the burn speed is maintaining at the same level, which is this rounded top of the curve. No difference in burn speed. Whereas with the Dell'Orto, the 76 needed less advance than the number 70. And that's how I explain that anomaly. But it's really nice that I discovered this because that was, from that range of jetting, still needing exactly the same timing means that it's at the top of that bell curve. So that gives me really good information on which to base a little bit of fine-tuning for my carburetor calculator. Because my carburetor calculator gives a recommendation for street and trail and a carb size recommendation for racing. And you can see for my engine, it's recommending an 18.7, so it's a little bit off. I'm going to make that adjustment. So if you look at these two little graphs over here, you can see with synthetic oil, the change of percentage of oil from less to more causes the need of timing from retarded to advanced. It's not stable. And with mineral oil, in this case, this one, even though I can't really say this example is going to be true for all of them, that's the weird thing about this. You never can tell when a certain additive is going to cause a certain change in performance. But anyway, in this case, stable timing need. And this chart here is about the main jet changes and the timing need. And as you can see from this, when you have a small carb and high airspeed, you lose the stability of the timing in relationship to the jetting. So that's shown right here. Small carb, unstable. Correctly sized carb, stable. On this page you can see the difference between the two tests with the 14mm carb and the 18mm carb with synthetic oil and mineral oil. Big timing change need for changing different ratios with the synthetic oil, and with the mineral oil it's stable timing right there for 25:1 to 40:1. I'm still of the opinion that I think that with castor oil there will be more power, more than 3%. So it's interesting that the castor is a fast burn and the synthetic is a slow burn. And there are listed right here 4 different products there that are a combination of castor oil and synthetic oil. Good products. But if you're not racing a high RPM, high stress engine, neither castor nor synthetic is really needed. I'm finding that any of these 3 products right here are really good at protecting the engine, preventing spooge. Unfortunately, because they are mineral oils, they will cause more deposits than a synthetic, but possibly more power and less spooge. So I would say if you haven't tried a mineral oil, I would recommend either of these 3 right here. This is a list of semi-synthetics that I recommend, and I list their main characteristics right here and what they're composed of right here. Here's a list of full synthetic oils. The only exception to that being is Motul 800, which has 6% mineral oil. No big deal. Castor oil R40 is really nice, being 65% castor and the rest being mineral oil. So yeah, I know it's a lot of work doing this method that I propose, because if you look out here, we've got 9 different black dots, and each black dot represents the test results. So that's 9 runs, testing 3 jets. If you're testing 4 jets, that's 12 runs. But it is the best way to get the best power out of your bike. And also, make sure you're not running too lean, which can contribute to engine seizing, or too rich, which contributes to plug fouling. So I guess that's all for right now. Yeah, testing the right way, learning about the different types of engine oils and the effects they have on how your engine runs. So take care and have a good night, and we'll see you next time.